Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northern Lion Plays Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. I didn't expect the hard drive to spool up and start recording so quickly. Leaderboards, yesterday we ate shit, basically. Yeah, I was the highest of the biggest losers on my friends list. Kudos to Luke for actually winning. I wonder if he took 9 lives. If he did, even more kudos. That's like A kudos to A plus kudos. Looks like we're doing Samson down to Mom here. So this is typically like a, sub 25 minute look-in daily, depending on whether or not we're even able to do boss rush. And the other thing is that self-sacrifice rooms are 100% worth it. If we can make a self-sacrifice room happen on this floor, it is going to do wonders for us. For a second, I got Bloody Lust confused with Lusty Blood, and I was like, alright, we should be doing tons of damage on this room. But no, we will go to the curse room to kind of buff up our damage a little bit, assuming we're not on an XL floor, which I just checked and we are not. Could get Spirit Hearts out of that, could get a Guppy item, of course, but mainly we're just going because it also gives us the damage bonus for this floor. And we did get, actually, a surprising amount of Spirit Hearts as well. I kind of wanted to, jet in and out of there a couple times. Get even more bonus damage for this floor, but I don't want to make our damage penalty too bad. Monster Manuel is really bad, and will never be fixed, because of concerns about how it will affect greed mode. But, that's okay. Even though it's bad, there are still some times where it's better to have that than nothing. Like, Leech here did a ton of good stuff for us, and even just getting like an orbital for one room at least gives me the ability to take out bosses if my damage sucks. It's like basically occasional insulation from having truly heinously bad damage. But, we could also just get Brother Bobby or something and then find ourselves still in a pretty shitty position. But first things first. Let's not get too bent out of shape until we see what's going on inside of our boss fight here. First floor has gone totally fine. Also a tinted rock. Like, super no means for us to actually pick that up. And we're going to be fighting a champion version of the Haunt with what? What the heck's our Monster Manuel? I didn't get anything. This item's a big fat phony. I don't know how I dodged that one. Alright. Just give me some raw-ass DPS. Don't give me some raw-ass, I'm not comfortable with the implications there, but give me some raw-ass DPS. Unless I was asking for dog potpourri stew. It's dog food, so I kind of tried to make a joke there, but it came out wrong. Then you have not given me what I asked for here, and we have no means with which to get into our item room. Definitely not going to self-sacrifice on this floor if we can avoid it. Boss rush is still, advantageous if we can swing it. Of course, the ideal goal is to... I mean, it's out of our hands to some extent. But we want to be able to do Mom... Again, phrasing with the raw ass and then the do Mom. We want to be able to do the Mom fight. Ooh, that is well worth it. And then do boss rush, teleport out of boss rush, move back throughout the entire floor, find a self-sacrifice room, and then, Bob's your uncle, we're in a great position, right? I didn't even need to use a bomb here. Slow your roll a little bit. There's no rush. It's a Mom run, you got all the time in the world, basically. We will explore a little bit down here, just see what's going on, but I am content to leave this floor pretty soon. It's not like we're going to find an arcade or something. More consumables might be useful, though. Oh, almost walked on the spikes. Okay, this time we got Little Haunt. We definitely did not get Little Haunt last time, right? I didn't just get confused. I don't think I got confused. We can take a deal with the devil here as well. Let's see what this is. By the way, I know you could have possibly gotten the ability to fly and not walked on the spikes to pick up Cricket's body, Cricket's head, I should say. I think it was totally worth it. It's possible we will get the ability to fly and then we didn't have to do what I did, but I still consider it pretty valuable, and we will take Headless Baby here and then probably head down to the next floor. 100% necessary to guarantee that even if our damage doesn't end up being amazing on this run, we have to be able to get to boss rush as a contingency plan in case self-sacrifices don't work out for us. So I am going to perhaps be a little bit over-aggressive, some people might say. I can't... On a daily, I can't take Curse of the Tower right now. It's just... Any item that has the potential to completely fuck us, I have to say no to because of how often I've gotten completely fucked by stuff like the Hush. Via, 9 lives, etc., etc. for now. We got Leech from Monster Manuel. It's okay. I know it's Monster Manual now, like they actually fixed the spelling, but it'll always be Monster Manuel in the hearts and minds of the nation's children, I think. So I count myself amongst the nature's children. Not in the sense that I'm a child of nature. I have not been outside for 4 or 5 days, but, well, that's not true. I did go to the grocery store. But, you know, in terms of my disposition, perhaps, yes. Now, if we're gonna really try... I mean, I feel like I come up with a different excuse for why I want BFFs on every single run. I'm like, oh, we got an Orbital, BFFs. Oh, we got Monster Manuel, BFFs. But for real, I'm like, if we could find a way to get BFFs on this run, I'd be pretty stoked because it actually does sort of synergize with Monster Manuel. It synergizes with Little Steven, which of course we already have. We put a bomb here, we should be able to get that stuff. No, that was way too far away. What was I thinking on that one? I guess we'll look for an ability to fly, and if we don't find one, then we don't find one. I mean, we don't necessarily need the Spirit Heart. It would be nice to insulate ourselves for a future self-sacrifice room play if possible, but it's not necessarily necessary. Second secret room gives us a bunch of red hearts. Oh, I didn't kill all the enemies. That was very stupid. This is Caves 1, so we're very unlikely to find an arcade. We're also much further ahead of schedule than I would have expected, so it's probably a good idea to backtrack a little bit here. Alright, peep fight with Bob's Brain. Alright, good start. I hope I don't regret not taking Curse of the Tower. There are sometimes you get like, you know, Host Hat or Pyromaniac or something like that, sad bombs, and then you're like, man, that would have been awesome. Instead, I opted to say no. Come on. Good. Deal with the devil. Better trinket than 0, hopefully. Arguable. Don't take the pill yet. Lover's card, I'm not sure about. And we get Krampus. Actually, not that bad as long as we get... Actually, it doesn't matter what we get. Our spacebar item is worse than Krampus's head. For sure. 100% non-negotiable. So... as long as we just beat this without getting hit, you know, more than once or twice. I'd love to beat it without getting hit at all, but, you know, let's be realistic. It's time to get a lump of coal. Take the pill. It could be better, of course. 6 minutes, 18 seconds. I do want to at least find the regular secret room. That could make it possible for me to have enough money to get something from the shop. Probably not, but it's in the cards, potentially. What's that Spirit Heart back here? Can we get that? We could. There is a self-sacrifice room available as is. If we could find a perks or something like that, that could be nice. But it's still a little too early to kind of pop the top on that one, I think. Alright, we got 2 bombs from here, so let's blow these 2 guys up. And we got 2 cents out of the one I wouldn't have expected to get anything out of. We might as well finish out this whole floor. Again, you want to be out of here by like 10 minutes. So being out of here by 7 as a result of kind of skipping a couple of rooms on the earlier floors is going to be fine. I'd love to have 1 more cent, so I actually am going to shoot all this because it would be really nice. There we go. It'd be really nice if we can get the IV bag or blood bag. At least get an arcade on the next floor. A few skulls. Potentially good, but we're not going to get perks out of them. P-E-R-C-S, not P-E-R-K-S. We could very well get, you know, advantages out of them. Alright, we're out of here with about 2.5 minutes to spare before I'd start to worry about boss rush. That's pretty good. That's why I'm starting to kind of adopt this strategy. Not going to go to that curse room just yet. A little dangerous. Starting to adopt this strategy of kind of being a little bit aggressive on the first 2 floors. If we can get out of the second floor by like 4 minutes, it buys us a lot of time in the future. It's not always going to be possible, but, you know, you skip those floors, you're kind of losing the least out of any floor that you could expect. Because there's just less rooms. And then can give you a nice head start for the future. So we are going to go pretty hard on this blood bank. And it gave us a blood bag. So before we pick that up, I'm stoked that we got it. We'll also get a nice damage bonus for the rest of the floor. But before we get that, we'll just come in here and we'll open this up. And hey, the bomb went off right next to Mega Fatty, so I consider that pretty positive. We got a second Little Steven, which as far as familiars go, you know, it does get worse than that, so I'm not going to feel too disappointed. I think we got a little bit of Headless Baby creep damage done here as well. And we're done as soon as I hit him again. Good. Now, Mega Ma. Could use the Lover's card, but I kind of feel like we don't need to use the Lover's card at all to guarantee our survival, because we also have the Blood Bag coming really soon. So, as much as I would have loved IV Bag, and it would have definitely been better for us long term, every term, I will still roll with the Blood Bag, of course. It also gives us a slight speed increase, I think, unless I've been making that up in my head for a long time. Hopefully... Oh, never mind. I was going to say hopefully our secret room is adjacent to that curse room. Not that it's the end of the world as we know it or anything like that. And finally we have enough money to buy something from our shop. But we are feeling low, or at least I'm feeling, a little weak relative to the average run at this point. We're not in a bad position. It's just that, you know, we've had one deal with the devil that actually was a standard deal. We did get Lump of Coal, but we got Headless Baby out of that. Headless Baby is not really one of those items you go, oh, okay, like you're set now. Or even like you're well on your way. It's more of an item where you're just sort of like, it's there, it's not bad, but it's not particularly solid either. Alright, that looks like our shop. Probably, I mean, this is a tough one, isn't it? Kind of like the idea of buying the shop restock first. What the heck did I get on the ground there? Another pill? Range up. Can live with it. I want to buy Box of Friends as well. But I also would like to buy the Spirit Heart so I can actually go to the Curse Room. Let's start using this, Monster Manuel, more often, because if we get Box of Friends, we're gonna definitely prefer to have that. Here's why Monster Manuel is pretty bad. In another, in no uncertain terms. Box of Friends, as long as you have more than one familiar, is better than Monster Manuel every single time you pop it. Unless Monster Manuel gives you Little Brimstone, which we've seen, you know, or not just Little Brimstone, but Incubus, etc., but which we've seen approximately 0 times so far over the course of the entire run. So I guess there is some variance there, but I'm not salty over Monster Manuel. I just think it's one of those items that I think they protest a little bit too much about it. Like when they were asking for items that should get buffed, and I was like, you know, Monster Manuel could use a little bit of a push so that it's not completely maligned and considered useless. And then Ed was like, and this is a valid concern, but he's like, in greed mode it'll be too powerful. I'm like, well, Box of Friends does the same thing, or like even mathematically better past a certain point. I mean, most runs end up with 1 or 2 familiars at least. But again, it's not my game, and it's a very minor criticism, but I really wish Monster Manuel was like once a room, man. Even once every 2 rooms would be nice, but once a room seems to make sense to me. So there's nowhere for us to go here in terms of you know, financial remuneration. Yara is really good, obviously. I won't be able to buy. Ooh, this is potentially great. Just 1 Spirit Heart quickly, please. 1 Spirit Heart quickly. That's another rune. It's an Awaz rune. Okay, there's our Spirit Heart. We'll use... No, we have to save Awaz. That allows us to get at least 1 floor deeper. Okay, that is huge. So what do we use our Yara rune for? I mean, we could theoretically take it into our Curse Room or something like that, but it's not that important. I'll probably go back and blow that up just in case we get 9 cents. It's very unlucky. We get an item that people keep telling me I mispronounce. Apparently it's not a thame, it's a tem, or something like that. A tim. I don't know, it doesn't... It's the weird grabber item. Having achieved the weird grabber item, we know we can use this to try to farm up some, I should have doubled that money. We know we can achieve this to try to farm up, black hearts that might make a self-sacrifice room more doable. And now we have 1 extra floor to look for a self-sacrifice room as well. We're also about a minute ahead of schedule for boss rush in terms of the splits that I normally consider. I will admit, you know, Box of Friends would have been better, but Monster Manuel for boss rush, might not be so bad. Man, I love how you have the option for the easy way out there, but I tried to push the limit. We may end up eating a little bit of shit on that one. I'd really like to still have a chance at a deal with the devil here, and that will make that very plausible. Fantastic. We got a black heart. Pretty good luck on this run. I wish I could act like it's all skill, but we've had a lot of situations that could have gone bad for us that have actually turned out relatively fine. Still haven't gotten like a killer deal with the devil item necessarily, but piercing shots from our item room on the last floor. It's very nice. Lump of coal allows us to one-shot some enemies that would be problematic if we had to hit them twice. I think that was worth the risk to take out an enemy. Alright. Let's try to get our deal with the devil here. I hate this. What do we get? We got a little gish. Okay. Stop making your creep, you dingo. Problem is we don't have spectral tears, so I can really only land the piercing shots under, like, duress. Don't jump anymore, okay? We've decided jumping is now illegal in the state of the Binding of Isaac. At least he stays, like, hemmed in between those two rock pillars up there. Okay. There goes my black heart. Hard to argue that's not my own idiocy, but doesn't make me any less salty about the situation. Good, good, good. Good, 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 good. Okay, we did it. We could get a deal with the devil. We qualified for it as far as I'm concerned. Growth hormones? Yeah! I think we'll probably take Brimstone. Sorry, little Brim. Would have been nice to have taken you, but it would have also been a little risky, so... I mean, we would have killed us here, but even if we hadn't been hit as much as we got hit, it would have been a little risky, so... I'm not going to sweat that. Can we do boss rush like this? Oh, absolutely. Please don't take the early damage that I took there as an indication that we're not going to steamroll the shit out of the rest of the run here. And especially with the Awaz rune, this opens up a lot of possibilities, but what it doesn't open up really is the possibility for us to do a self-sacrifice room, at least not right now. So I'm going to be pretty vigilant about looking for tinted rocks. Because shops endlessly restock, the best use for our money might be buying a fuckload of spirit hearts. I mean that sincerely. Kind of do want to check this first. It's a Joker card. Unfortunately, that's basically worthless. Because we can't use it. I mean, we could use it on this floor, I guess, to buy little brimstone. That's not a bad idea. I'm gonna this is nothing I would recommend for most runs, but even more so than Humbling Bundle, I'm just gonna buy a shitload of spirit hearts. And the reason is I want to be able to facilitate a self-sacrifice room in the future. Now, with the Scapular, we should be able to endlessly play a self-sacrifice room as well, so that's a pretty awesome get for us there. Let's blow this up. I want to do the mob trap room. We do the mob trap room. That mob trap room. I don't want to take little brimstone yet. And this is where my own ignorance comes back to bite me in the ass a little bit. The reason I don't want to take little brimstone is because I'm worried that if we lose 2 hearts, I won't be able to make Scapular work. Might as well take this, I guess. And that might not be true, but at the same time, I don't think it's worth the risk right now. I recognize there is a judgment there. I will be ignoring him. And poker chip. I don't actually know what this does, so I'm gonna take it here. It's double down time. Maybe it's like you have a 50% chance if you were gonna get a consumable of getting a doubled version of that consumable, and a 50% chance of getting no consumable. That seems to make sense. Now we are right in line for boss rush as far as my split time normally goes here, but I'd consider that like actually very positive. Like I think we made a smart decision there. I'm gonna try to blow up this judgment. That's not gonna work. I really wanted to get one more penny so that I could, oh, sweet. I wanted to get one more penny so that I could get a blood bank on the next floor, but this is fine as well. This ring, it works with brimstone, right? No, it doesn't work with brimstone? Okay, we'll just leave then. I mean, now we could take little brim, but I'm trying to keep our HP stacked so I can go down to the next floor via self-sacrifice room. Or go down to the terminal floor via self-sacrifice room. 2 range upgrades, effectively worth nothing. And a second chance at Curse of the Tower that I will continue to rebuke. I really, like, don't think we're gonna have any trouble getting to boss rush. I didn't really slow down after picking up Brimstone. I just renewed my commitment to actually doing every single room at that point. A dice room. We have the keys, but I don't think I'm too interested in doing it. A 5 room is, like, almost tempting. If we can do boss rush, teleport out, pick up our Awaz rune, do the 5 room. But be real with me. That's pretty unlikely. I think we're just going to keep stacking up spirit hearts if we have the option. We won't. Sackboy is pretty much a no-brainer as long as we have the money for it. So we'll be looking for... Well, we'll definitely be picking up the 6 cents that I left behind, I'll tell you that much. I just wanted to work our way to the item room first so that I knew... Or to our boss room first so that I knew what kind of lie ahead. Yeah, there it is. Safety cap. Okay, I think we probably just need, like... 15, 20 seconds to beat Mom. We don't have any orbitals, so... That's unfortunate, but... Not necessarily a major concern. Also can't do that room, and probably will never be able to do that boss trap room. We can just get, like, quarter from our item room. That would be pretty good. I'm not gonna push it too hard here. If I have to skip the item room, I have to skip the item room. You know, there are bigger fish to fry. Halo of Flies is good. Contributes toward Beelzebub, aka the Lord of the Flies transformation. Well, I mean, look at this honestly now. Doesn't look like we're gonna have a great chance of getting Sackboy. That's unfortunate, but you know, I spent my money on the last floor, and I should kind of own my own responsibility there. Oh, I don't have any bombs to get into our secret room either. Okay, so we'll just be going then, unless I can buy something from the shop. Don't do the room accidentally again. That'd be a real problem. So how do we do this? It's a good time to think about this. Well, yeah, we don't want anything here. I mean, we want something, we can't get it. We fight Mom. That part is the easy part. We do boss rush, take the best item, of course, or whatever item gives us the best chance of getting more score, if not the best item. And then we use AWAS to teleport out after the boss rush is over. Not teleport out, sorry, but go down to the next floor. And sure, I mean, it's not amazing, but we can get by with Concussive Tears, which is mostly valuable to us for the small damage upgrade at this point. Confusing enemies is not meaningless, but it's not that meaningful. And then, the way this run works out ideally for us now is that we just find the self-sacrifice room on the next floor, having somehow picked up enough spirit hearts to make it a very easy play for us. And then we have no problems, you know? Looks like we've got a Revenge Fly, which is actually a pretty good Monster Man whale get. Having relatively high damage Brimstone now is working out extremely nicely. Who is still left here? Looks like there's a peep somewhere around here. We could also get 3rd or 4th level Bandage Girl pretty easy. We already have 2nd. That'll be a Robo Baby 2.0. Apparently, I started by stepping on some creep, or did I get hit by a beam and then just kill the enemy like right after it hit me? That could be the case as well. Thank you, Revenge Fly. Alright, maybe a 2nd Revenge Fly would be good as well. That's Little Brim, which is pretty dope. Got a brownie? No, that was just a regular dingle. Find a nickel for every time I've been described as that. Look, you're gonna watch this boss rush and you're gonna be like, wow, Monster Man Well is way better than I thought it was. This is the one, like, niche scenario in which it's worth holding on to holding on to Monster Man Well. It's still real bad. Don't let it get clouded in your mind. But on boss rush, I guess it can be pretty sweet. I'll acquiesce there. Alright, we got it. Dark One. Dark One should be dead. I don't know why we're getting so many Spirit Heart drops, but I'm pretty stoked. I don't think it has anything to do with Poker Chip, but I could, of course, be wrong. Does happen. Looks like we got a Robo Baby 2.0 involved here. Well, we know we're not going to have any trouble fighting bosses on the next floor if boss rush is this easy for us. And we're done. We got Kamikaze. Beautiful. No more Spirit Hearts available. That's fine. Let's AWAS. Please don't be a black market. It's not a black market. Beautiful. Normally you want that black market. Here it would have been a terrible case for us. Womb 1. And there's no question we can't leave this floor until we find out whether or not there's a self-sacrifice room. If there's no self-sacrifice room, then we can, you know, end our run in peace. but feel pretty great about it, because I think most people are probably not going to get that AWAS rune. You have to go into the second secret room, play the fortune teller, which A, requires you to find the second secret room, pretty easy, but you do have to have a bomb in addition to the Spelunker's hat, probably. Spelunker's hat is an automatic. Pretty much everybody who gets that far is going to have it, I assume. Unless they got a Perthrow somewhere. Maybe I'm missing out. Maybe they got the shovel via that. That's the thing about dailies. I feel like, with reference... Oh, that was so bad. With reference to my damage penalty, that room accepted, we've done relatively well. Like, I think we're actually probably doing, like, above average on this run, and we're going to get further than normal. So this strikes me as the kind of daily where I wouldn't be surprised to see myself ranking really well on at least the ranking side of things. The score is going to be whatever it is, you know. It's only supposed to go to mom, so a score in the 20,000s is already good. But in terms of, like, relative rank, I think we're going to be way up there. Might as well go back for the Hanged Man card. I really shouldn't have been hit twice. Like, that's bumming me out now, because now I'm like, man, we might not have the HP necessary to actually do a self-sacrifice room because of my own idiocy. But we will qualify for a deal with the devil if we get to our boss fight here. Presumably, at least. And our deal with the devil could give us, like, a Guppy's Paw or something. There is a self-sacrifice room. Holy shit. Okay, so we have to do the rest of the floor to try to find extra kind of seams to get HP, because I'm dumb and took a little too much damage. But this is exciting, man. There's a chance. Fight these guys first. Please disappear. Good, 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 good. We got synth oil and nothing else. Well, we might as well walk on it a couple times. Come on. We're going hard here. There is HP we can pick up, by the way. Like, we don't have to roll on Spirit Hearts to make this work. We got Dead Sea Scrolls. Exquisite. We might as well pick up some Red Hearts. I guess that's what I was thinking, is that I don't actually have to sacrifice all of my HP to make this happen. We can always get Red Hearts. Oh, a Spirit Heart helps too. Probably shouldn't have picked up that Spirit Heart yet, but first Angel Statue? Yeah, first Angel Statue. Gives us a key piece, so we're gonna go get some more Red Hearts. It's one hell of a damage penalty, like, we really have to commit here. It would be awesome to get 7 Spirit Hearts right now. It's just coins. But then it's the Angel Statue, and we've got invincibility. I think we've only got to play it like 2 more times to at least make it down there. And we may die on the chest, but it's still worth the... It's still worth the risk, I think. Or not the chest, sorry, the dark room. Oh, yeah. Scared the shit out of me. Okay, I think the next play takes us down to the chest. The dark room, sorry. I certainly hope it does. Should have done that ages ago. Yeah, even 1 extra Spirit Heart is worth it. Could have used it in a more optimal situation, but still. Alright. Okay, 1 more then. 1 more? Well, thanks to Scapular, which I should have thought about earlier, we actually got the guaranteed teleport anyway. Now we're at 29,000. That's pretty good. Give me some Spirit Hearts, please. Pandora's box on Darkroom gives you nothing, right? Nothing at all. Full health. Explosive diarrhea. Full health is huge. So we're going to set a pretty amazing score here. I didn't think this run would go on this far. Of course, I'm happy it did. At this point, we're just going to try to finish the run as fast as possible because HP is a concern. We're done? No bombs. We haven't had bombs in a while, man. I'm a little bit disappointed in my damage penalty, but I think we've knocked pretty much everything else on this run out of the park. And I mean that sincerely. I mean that as a toot of my own horn. We got super lucky to find the AWAS rune, but we made it happen as well. Might as well pick up all this. I mean, we might be competing pretty nicely for leaderboard position right now, so you definitely want to try to stick it out. Again, I want to point out that even if we don't beat the Lamb, I still think this is a really, really good run. We should beat the Lamb. I have every capability of beating the Lamb on paper right now. The game ain't played on paper, you know? It was largely just the Brimstone pickup that completely sold it. Oh, we actually got a chest. Loki's Horn's Brimstone. There's nothing wrong with that. Should be fine. We have one extra heart remaining as well. Let's do this. Who is our final ability here? Our final Monster Manuel. I actually have no idea what it is. Maybe it's a pretty fly or something? I hate this wave. Good. First phase done. Second phase finishing. We're going to end up in like the 35,000s. People are going to be like, what the fuck? How did you get that score on a daily that ends at mom? And I'll say, you know what? It's just the luck of the draw. I should have picked up the red heart, but that's okay. 33,000, rank 72nd. That feels just about right now. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.